Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about dolls, and that's literally it. And in this video, I'm going to be unboxing my third Mori Lolli doll, who is Alice, and a couple other things. I got her a pair of the new glass eyes because as of now, the acrylic eyes have been sold out for so long that I'm starting to think they're not coming back. And I wanted to give my Alice light brown eyes just because I don't really love the way she looks with blue. It's just a personal taste preference. And I also got the newest outfit that came out, which is sort of a white rabbit outfit. It seemed fitting, even though it's not for her, it's for a doll I'll be unboxing in the future, and some of the dress forms. I got a couple dress forms, so I'll show you one of those and how the dresses fit on them, how they sit in person, and her doll stand. And I probably have other things in here. We'll see as I go. And then later on, I'll bring up my other Mori Lolli girls. Why not show them all together, since I'll have the entire family, except for the anniversary doll, who was just put on the website a few days ago at the time of recording this, and she's coming out in November. I pre-ordered her, but she's not here yet. And the last time I did a Mori Lolli unboxing, I talked about the promo code that I have to get 10% off, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to use it, and I was able to use it, which seems so weird. I can't explain how weird it feels, like why it's weird, but it just feels weird. So anyway, here is Alice's box. I will do what I normally do, look at all the pieces. You know, the eyes are actually, they're kind of pretty in real life. I just don't, I have blue eyes, so don't take it as hate that I don't like it on my dolls. But yeah, if anybody is curious about buying any of these, the dolls or anything else on the Mori Lolli site specifically, not Ruby Red, even though it's a Ruby Red product, you can put my channel name, DisBlaine, at the checkout to get 10% off. And like I said, I did it too. I've done it a few times actually because they've released a few other things. I'm trying to think of what I should show you first. I feel like it's been a while. You know what? I'm going to first go into this other box and pull out her doll stand because it's just going to be easier to work with her. She has a proper doll stand. There's so many things in here. Because I got 4 of the dress forms just because these dolls have a lot of extra outfits. I might as well pull out her eyes. And you know what I mean. And the white boots. Let's go with that. I have the black boots in here too, but I don't need to show you everything because these videos tend to get long because I cannot not ramble. So far, all the Mori Lolli dolls have their own doll stand. They don't come with one. The limited edition, no, not limited edition, the anniversary doll does. She is limited edition, but I think that we should refer to her as the limited edition doll. I don't know why on the website this looked like a deeper shade of blue, and it looks very washed out in person. Maybe I just don't remember. So that was my first reaction is, I would have expected this to be like a bolder blue, and I don't know, maybe after I take off because there's a protective film. See, this is why my unboxings are so long. Nope, it's still just as pale underneath the, what do you call that, like the protective seal, I think. I haven't figured out these saddle stands perfectly yet, so I don't know what's the front and the back. If it's like a bicycle seat, oh yeah, I guess it's like a bicycle seat. Does that make sense? I think that's believable. All right. So the doll is in here like this. Her wig is not attached. And something I should really point out about the Mori Lolli wigs is they're matte. They're not shiny like other dolls I collect. I keep forgetting I don't need to bring these out because you can just untie it when it's in the box. But here, in case you want to see her coming out of her box. So every time I first open a Mori Lolli doll, I'm a little taken aback with how, like, it makes the wig at first glance look dry. Because I'm so used to shiny wigs, I guess. But I know people like the matte wig, and they've grown on me, and it makes it feel, I guess, exclusive to my Mori Lolli dolls. But it just takes a moment to adjust. And before I do, you know, let me just bring her up and show you the blue eyes that are not going to be on her for very long, because that's what I was about to do. I was about to show you the glass eyes. So they're like a bright, shiny blue, and this so far, I think out of the Mori Lolli dolls, this is the deepest skin tone they have so far. I don't know if it's called vanilla because they have a couple new ones now. Maybe it's peach, but they do have one that's darker, which is they've introduced these 2 new dolls, same bodies, smaller heads, called Luna Lily, I think they're called. I have one on order I will be showing you eventually. So this is the to jump topics completely. So the thing that I'm not in love with about the eyes, which is something I thought Strawberry Fields had, is these eyes are glittery. So let me just show them to you. They're a different shape too. So you can I hope you can clearly see that within the pupils, there's a lot of glitter, like sparkles in there. I'm hoping once it's on the doll and in person, I won't mind it. But I do feel like I like the acrylic eyes better. And again, once it's in the doll's head, I may feel differently, but it feels like the iris of the eyes on the glass eyes are smaller. And so I feel like they're just not going to have the same look with it on. Oh, but things can look different in person. So I'm not going to show you the whole process because I've done it on here before, but there's a sticky tack inside. You remove it, pop out the eye. Be careful of the eyelashes because they're just a little bit of glue on there. So when you pop the new eye in, you want to make sure the eyelashes are in properly. I'm just laughing because I said that probably very fast because I'm really anxious to see her with these eyes. It's actually too bad I didn't record that because it was the fastest de-eyeing I've ever had with my Mori Lolli dolls. But I came back because I wanted to show you the difference in the eyes. So when I said they were a different shape, these are just like a little cup. I don't know if you can see exactly. How about I show you the other eye and then you can compare. And oh, okay, so this one that's why it looks so different because it's solid. It's not, sorry, they come with a little sticky tack too. So this is hollow, like I said, a cup. I don't know if you can make it out with my finger in there. Maybe that helps. And this is just a solid eye. And where this is, see, the iris doesn't really stick up that much. This is like a 3D eye, which is kind of weird. I don't know. It looks like something else on an eyeball. I guess you could say it looks like some sunny side up eggs almost. That's a very strange thing. So I wanted to show you that before I come back with the eyes actually in her head. Quality of difference is nice. And the iris is, maybe they're actually a little bit bigger on the glass eyes and I was totally wrong. One thing to note about these glass eyes is they're heavier. So they have a little bit of a mind of their own as you're putting them in. And I've only done one. I just want to show you the difference. She's got heterochromia, I think it's called, because I left her blue eye in. And just to show you the difference of how the eyes look. They do look a little bit, like the irises do look a little bit bigger. So I spoke too soon. I was really wrong. And so far, I really like the glass eyes. And I thought I liked the acrylic ones better. Why am I always wrong about these things? I see so many people post pictures of these dolls with crossed eyes. And I always wonder why. Why do they want their dolls to have crossed eyes? And maybe it's because in person, it's actually really cute. So I'm going to do her with crossed eyes. Don't know if I'll keep her this way. But like I said, because these heavy eyes seem to have a mind of their own, they are probably going to be a little bit easier to mess around with to get different eye positions. Okay, now I do understand, having seen one in person, why the crossed eyes are so appealing to people. So here, just a quick little glance before I get her put together. Yeah, so there are so many things you can do with positioning the eyes to get them to have different expressions. And one thing I've realized over having had all these different types of ruby red dolls, because like I said, these are also another ruby red doll line, is these have become my favorite of the ruby red offerings. I don't know what it is. It might be because they have these big eyeballs and these big heads, and they're just so much fun to customize and play with and sort of create your own character with. Yeah, so I if you haven't gotten one of these, or you just enjoy seeing videos of them, they are so cute. Getting their skulls back on is always tricky for me. All right, now that her eyes are in place, let's move on to everything else that's in her package. This must be the outfit, the dress. And she's the medium priced doll, which is surprising because when I look at her details, I feel like she would be the most expensive. Because look at this bow. Wow, it's really nice in person. It is. I love sparkle. This isn't Swarovski, but it sparkles. Maybe it is. Look at that. It's sparkling a lot, and I feel like the camera's picking it up, but it's really nice. I wonder why she's not the most expensive doll. Very strange, because Strawberry Fields is. And when you're on the website, you see your own currency, so it doesn't really matter what price I say she was. But her dress is really detailed. So these little hearts down here, I don't know if you can see, but they're fabric, they're puffy. There's this detailed, it's kind of shiny. I don't know if I'm hoping the camera will pick up. It's like a shiny sort of material, like a shiny threads going through it. There's a tulle layer over top. Yeah. I think I couldn't really, or maybe I didn't expect the quality to be, or the materials to be so nice, because it's weird how they price these dolls. I don't know what what would you say, the idea behind it, because that's a really nice heart. I really like that sparkle. And her shoes, also really nice. And I have the other dolls here, so if I glance over, that's what I'm looking at. I'm almost comparing them. She has the most detailed shoes. It's so weird. So I don't know if you can see the strap up there. There's a buckle on it that may or may not be fun to do up, and there's a little bow detail in the front. I don't even think I showed you the stockings because I was just on to the next thing. But they're striped, and it looks like gray and white, but it's actually silver and white because there's a sparkle going. The silver stripe is sparkle threaded. I'm really, I have to quit something over that heart, I think, because it keeps distracting me. And I usually start with this, but I was too anxious about other things. So it comes with a character card and then a little introduction that, again, I would have shown in all my other Mori Lolli unboxings. This is a postcard, by the way, that you could actually use if you wanted to. And then instructions on how to rotate the head that I don't even follow. I just wing it and suck at it. And then it comes with these, I don't know, they're like grippy dots. Not Velcro, it's just a little bit of friction on there. So you put those on her around her head in certain ways. I have to cover this heart. And I'm thinking about the heart. You put these on and then strategically so that the wig stays in place. Those are really nice. And I don't find it very effective. I wish it had the sort of wig band that the ruby red dolls have, but maybe they had to go with something different just because of the way the head twists off. And I was worried about not liking sparkly eyes in person, but they're really nice. It's so funny how you don't really know until you see something in person, or maybe you have preconceived notions, and so you have to see it in person to know how you really feel about it. But she's so cute. Bald and everything, but I would say she's so cute with her little crossed eyes. I'm like, should I make my other doll's eyes crossed? No, it's fine. And so the anniversary doll that's coming out, I think will go really well with Alice because she's mushroom themed, and in Wonderland there are things like mushrooms. I think the glass eyes are making her a little even more head heavy than the other girls. And the mushroom doll comes with glass eyes as her default. You know what? Before I put this outfit on her, I'm going to open up the other outfit because it's going to be a lot easier to put on, and that's going to be a lot of details. I'm not going to want to change her back after because she's going to look so cute in her outfit. So this is just, it's a very simple dress. It was, I think, $20 Canadian. So it's, I don't know, maybe about 15 US or whatever your currency is. It's just going to be cheaper. It's nice enough. I wanted it, like I said, because it kind of goes with the Alice theme, and I want to put it on the other doll, the Luna Lily doll I've ordered. Very cute, more lacy kind of details, ruffles, and then it actually says Mori Lolli on it, even though the doll who's going to wear it is on Mori Lolli. Oh well, messed that up. Oh, and I'll show you it with the boots that I ordered over here. On the website, so far there are the same boots, but they come in black and in white. And I have both pairs, but I don't have any reason to show the black ones right now, like no outfit. So I'll just show you the white ones, and in a future video I'll show the black ones too. Luckily there's a zipper on the back so you don't have to deal with all those laces like some dolls I've collected where you have to unlace the boots and really fight with them to get them back up. I'm not being as shady as that sounds, I'm just explaining. Okay, they're very cute, and they do go with this outfit because I don't know what out of the shoes that have come out what would go really well with it because of the peachy color of it. I'm trying to figure out this tongue. I made such a big deal about opening her doll stand first, and I haven't even touched it. So what I said about the grippy stickers, I forget what they call them, peels off. And I don't know if there's a certain strategy to putting it on. I just put them randomly. And the ruby red wig bands, they don't make them big enough for their heads, but I think the Luna Lily dolls will fit the Sibley wigs and therefore the Sibley wig bands. I think that's enough for now. Oh, and I also, in my next order, I ordered the pink wig, which I think might look cute on Alice. I don't know. When I get it, I'll see who's going to wear it. These wigs are so weird to put on. But it looks, it's almost the same color. Her eyes and wig are almost the same color. I guess I thought she would be blonder than this. Not that I'm complaining about her not being blonde. I think I pictured her wrong. And that makes her brown eyes, the light brown eyes, even more appropriate for her. These dolls have such big heads, which I think is the appeal. So I'm not making fun. I'm just laughing because it's a little bit of an adjustment at first. So let me, without her doll stand that I made such a big deal about opening first, let me just show her to you up close. Speaking at so these are the boots. The dress, like I said, it's a very simple dress. And her cute little crossed eyes and this sweet, I guess it's a brunette wig, right? It's like a sandy blonde maybe. yeah, I just, for some reason, Alice is usually depicted as very blonde, so maybe that's why I thought her hair would be blonder than this. And see, if I had known, well, no, I guess it's good that I didn't know that I liked the eyes so much because I probably would have bought more pairs. uh, but a lot of them have sold out now. I think the only one left is the dark brown eyes. And come to think of it, some of the colors they have are a little bit more fantasy, like the gray, and there's a pink pair, a pinkish lavender, which probably would look good with the pink wig that I bought. But they don't see on the even on the website the stock photos, the eyes, and I don't know if it's we just all have our own taste for how we position the eyes to look what looks cutest to us. But they don't look very cute on the website, and they're so nice in person. So that's, I guess we have to trust these doll companies know what they're doing when they make new stuff. But the glass eyes are also twice the price of the acrylic ones. So maybe that's part of the reason I like the acrylic ones better too at first until I saw them in person. And these dolls have a really funny body shape. They're so hippie and they're so narrow in the torso and the shoulder area. And of course, these big heads. And then the Luna Lilli dolls are the same body, but then a smaller head. So it'll be interesting to see how they look together once my Luna Lilli doll arrives. And like I said, I was able to save 10% on her. And it worked on the anniversary doll, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, anniversary limited edition doll. So I'll have future Mori Lolli unboxings. She's not coming out until November, so after this. Oh, and I also ordered the rest of the outfits, the ones that I consider their dance outfits. So I don't know if maybe when I open a Luna Lilli doll, I'll show you the other outfits too. And I'll put each girl, because there are 3 of them and there are 3 dance outfits, in there. They're not actually dance outfits. They just look kind of dancey to me when they're all lined up. All right, let's see how nightmarish these are to put on because there's an actual strap that you have to unbuckle. And they're faux leather. So maybe they're loose enough. Because the more you do and undo buckles like this, the more the leather deteriorates or just gets damaged. Let's see if my trusty rooting tool helps me get at this little crevice. Or if you had tweezers or something, might help too, but maybe not. How am I going to get this back in? I'm so worried. Oh no. All right, I'm going to try to just, without undoing it all the way, try to get over her foot. Oh, please, 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 because I don't want to do the strap completely back up. But I don't mind if I just have to tighten it. So far, here we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Am I able to get this over her foot? Maybe I should have. No, I think you should see this. I think you should know what the experience is, just in case you're curious. And you have to be a little bit, I don't know if brave is the right word. Brave. That's what I am. Let's go with that word. And I think I would need tweezers to tighten it back up. So actually, you know what? It kind of sits nicely at the loose, or am I just saying that to convince myself I don't need to do it back up? So I'm going to do the same thing where I'm just going to loosen it so that it's just about to fall out of the buckle, and then I'll just do what I did there. The stripy stocking, strappy shoe combination is adorable, but hoo-wee, was that stressful. It's stressful because I didn't want to have to do it all the way back up. And now I could have just opened this last after all. So there's a lever that you pull up to loosen the saddle or the bike seat. Lift it up, the doll on. Yeah, that is the way it goes because it sort of sits between her legs, between her. Also helps if it's in the actual doll stand. I was like, wow, this is moving really easily. Now I get it. So once you have her positioned where you want her, then you tighten is it backwards? I will figure this out one day. I don't know. How do you guys have it? Yeah, I had it backward. So it's like a backward seat. To any of you out there who have these dolls and these doll stands, do you struggle like I struggle? That was brutal. And every time I touch her, she wants to fall forward because of her big head and her glass eyes. So I think there's got to be another trick to this doll stand that I just haven't figured out yet. Oh, it came out. How do I make this? I'll figure it out. I think that's as good as it's going to get, and it looks fine. So I'm fine to keep her standing this way. And I just have to be careful brushing her hair because she's got a couple braids that are too cute not to keep. Now, I don't know if anyone noticed that I had to put her little clip off to the side and upside down so that I stopped staring at this sparkly heart. I wonder if it's Swarovski. How does it sparkle so much? So it's got two clips on it, focus, that I think you would clip one under each braid. It's not exactly spaced like that, but at least it gives you an approximate area to aim for. I wonder how you want this to sit, because there's some beadwork too that you want to sort of dangle the right way. And then you have to pop these. There we go. Pop this one. Ah, did I pull her wig down too far because her bangs are really in her face? She has a really sweet expression, and I've been playing with her bangs and her wig to try to get it, looking exactly how I want it to. And I forgot to show off the braids because you don't really see them once she's all set up. So anyway, let me bring her forward, and you can judge her for yourself, see how you feel about her. And the other thing about the wigs, oh, and I don't know hair fibers at all. I don't know if it's nylon or whatever else it may be. I just don't understand how to tell. But what I was saying is, even though the wigs are very matte, they're so soft. Like the hair itself, it looks like, I don't know if I said that it looks kind of dry, but it doesn't feel that way at all. And I'm seeing like hairs that are kind of sticking up, and I'm being too much again. So here are cute shoes, like I said, this really detailed dress, and then that sweet face, especially now that I changed her eyes. And again, that's preference. And if you're a magpie like me, have another look at that. Oh, it's focusing in on me. Just a look at that heavy head and her big sparkly heart pendant on her hair clip. See what I'm saying? I'm sure it could be worked out, or I don't know, maybe she's just particularly head heavy. You just have to figure out how to get her positioned. If you want to give her these heavy eyes and this heavy clip, maybe it's a me problem. Anyway, I'm going to put her off to the side for just a second so that I can open one of the dress forms and then put this dress on it so you can see how it looks. They come in pink, black, and white. I was going to put this on the pink stand, but now that I'm looking at it, it's too much pink. So I'm just going to put it on the white one. And I'm acting as if that really matters. But the truth is, I bought some of these. I think they're only like $5 Canadian, so that would probably be like maybe $3.50, $3 US. I really don't know, because like I said, I can't look at other currencies. And I got these because I want to display some of the outfits with the dolls in my little Mori Lolli display. And I'm not saying this to be shady. I'm saying this, I was wondering why they were so cheap. And they're, very cute, but plastic. And I figured they were plastic, but I was like, wow, that's really cheap for a dress form. Is it supposed to do that? Supposed to rotate or swivel? I guess. Don't know why. Unless I put it together wrong. No, I didn't. So there. That's how you assemble it. 3 pieces. And I have no idea why you'd want it to swivel. You know what? I probably should have put the dress on first, or can I go over it like you're dressing it? I'm always freaking out over nothing. So now, if you wanted to make a little display for if you have your one favorite Mori Lolli doll, or give them all their little spotlight, you can just put that beside them, because their outfits are so nice that I also want to display them at times. And like I said, I have all the Mori Lolli dolls. Oh, and the reason I have so much trouble saying Mori Lolli and I always want to say Lolli Mori is because the website is Dolly Mori. Why would they want to confuse me like that? So now let me bring out the other Mori Lolli dolls, is what I was saying. But I'm always so distracted when I'm opening the dolls, and she's so cute. And she was my least favorite. And to be honest, I think if I left her eyes blue, I wouldn't like her as much. But no matter what, I don't think I'll ever like any Mori Lolli doll as much as I like my Night Bloom, Jasmine. And I've given her the dark brown acrylic eyes because she came with like a purplish gray eye color. But she, to me, looks so much better like this. And my first, because of the way they were stocked, my first was Strawberry Fields, who I gave the green acrylic eyes. So it's like I don't keep any of them with the original eyes, I guess. And she's actually very sweet too. So I still think, I think this is my first favorite, probably my second. But sometimes I have to sit with a doll for a while and get to know her. I don't just want to be like, oh, she's new, I love her the most, because I like to stay loyal to my favorites. And the cute little dress form over here. And I have others for my other outfits. So what I was saying is I will soon have a Luna Lily unboxing, and when I unbox her, I will show their dance outfits, and then I think not until November I won't have any other Mori Lolli unboxings. So they have all the Mori Lolli dolls, and I don't really like. I bought the redheaded Luna Lily doll, and I don't like the. I really don't like the blonde one. I've seen even in real life pictures. I waited till I saw in real life pictures of the redhead to buy her, and then I was like, oh yeah, just the redhead for me, and she's really cute. And so when I get to her when she arrives, I'll have more to talk about then. And to anyone, like I said, if you want to save 10%, if I've would you say seduced you into buying any of these dolls, I'll feel less guilty if you at least can save the 10%, like I have 3 times now. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with me in this video, and hopefully I'll see you soon in the next one.